Hey guys, welcome. You're tuning into Celestial Guidance. Today we are going to be getting to know me a little more. Find out who is this psychic? How is she getting her information? What about these law of attraction videos? And why is she dancing all the time? So stay tuned and you'll find out more. Welcome all celestial beings. You're tuning into Celestial Guidance by Bebe. First, before we even get into today's subject, I want to start by saying thank you. Thank you guys so much for all your love, for all your support, your comments. You know, I just started this YouTube channel just about 2-3 months ago, and I already have over 160 subscribers, and I'm eternally grateful to all of you for being here with me and, you know, dedicating me this little part of your life and being with me. But what I have also been thinking about, not just how grateful I am, but also the fact that here I am giving you guys readings week after week, and then I do these other videos on law of attraction, and then I do all these dance videos, and I go, how does it all fit in for them? Do they get the, you know, are they able to really gather who I am? And I figured, you know what, it would be a great idea to make this little video just to start off with, introducing myself, like truly introducing myself. And, you know, if you guys have any further questions after this, please do place them in the comments below, because I will create another video so that I can answer all your questions. That might be from law of attraction topics, holistic lifestyle, or about reading, psychics, things like that. Anything in general that surround these topics, I would love to answer them for you. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and put this in the cauldron, and let's see about getting started. So guys, let's start with my title, Celestial Guidance by Bebe. So this came about because my name is actually Celeste. It's my middle name. And I figured, you know, I would incorporate who I am into what I do, which is give guidance. Now, let me start with the psychic work. So the psychic work, it's something that I've always been able to do. To what extent and what levels and what gifts specifically, that has evolved throughout the years, but it did start from childhood. And you can say, I've always been a flower child. Like the way you see me dressed today is actually the way I try to dress on a regular basis. You know, I love the whole Renaissance time period and gypsy style clothing, and it makes me feel very free to be out in nature, and it's just a part of who I am and always been. Really connecting to nature has been a way of communicating with the earth and with deity. It's also helped me ground and connect to the angels, so that I can then come after I do meditation out in nature and bring this information out to you. All the readings that you see me do, while they, you know, they have titles that match other YouTube videos, the information that's coming through is coming through because it is what is truly being asked by the angels and by Jesus to come through. So what I do, what it looks like for me prior to my readings is, before I film, I tend to go outside, do some grounding, and then I sit there and I meditate, or I just simply pray. And I say, what message does the world need to hear right now? For those that are going to tune into this video, what do they need to hear? And then I just sit there quietly and listen. As the information comes through, I try to absorb it and write it down so that I don't forget what the subject is going to be about. Then I create a YouTube video based on the subject, and I provide you guys the guidance that the angels, your spirit guides, and the angels have, right? So that's how I get the information. Now, I actually do more than just reading tarot and oracle cards. In my private readings, when I work one-on-one with people, I have an ability to do two really super cool things. Two of my favorite gifts that I have is I can communicate with spirit in the sense of auto writing. If you guys have never heard of it, auto writing is when angels and spirit guides, higher selves, they communicate, even deities, they communicate straight through me and onto paper. So they write the information. It skips me as far as like my mental brain that can process the information. So I don't get to process the information before I see it. So they write it down, I then read it. And then we literally have a conversation back and forth between me and spirit guides, higher selves, and the angels. And that way we get the most accurate reading, we get the most detailed reading, and it's very specific. For tarot readings, what I find that it could be very general. And so I really love the fact that that is something that I can do, and I do when I do private readings. The other gift that I have that I find to be super cool is my ability to communicate with other people's higher selves. If you're not familiar with that term, higher selves, that's pretty much saying like your soul, like who you are, lifetime after lifetime after lifetime, who, you know, the part of you that's wiser, who understands more, the part of you who is your soul. Right? So that's the part of you that I communicate with, and I'm actually even able to communicate not just with you, but if you are trying to figure out what somebody else is thinking or feeling, by you thinking of that person, I can then connect to you, which helps me connect to them. And so those are, I have many psychic gifts, but those are my two favorite that I have, that I use because it's very, very helpful. So actually, if you want to learn more about that and about who I am in regards with the psychic work and, you know, my history with it, you can actually go to my website, because on my website I have an About Me section where you actually get to read like a lot more information about what I'm discussing right now. And I will put that in the description below, and that's celestial guidance-magicalhealing.com. And actually I'm going to talk a little bit about how I ended up coming up with magical healing at the end of my website's name. So you guys know about the celestial guidance. So but now I want to talk a little bit more about the dancing. Now let's skip the law of attraction for a second, and let's talk about the dancing and how that comes about. So I've been a professional dancer for many, many, many years, and I've been dancing for as long as I can remember. And it's just always been a way of expression. It's a way of connecting. It's a way of bonding for me. And I decided I wanted to start with that and then explore other ways like painting, which I haven't done yet, but I will, like the yoga. The idea is that we're using movement, and we're using movement to connect. So this is how it relates to who I am. I do a lot of camping, and when I camp, I like to do the trails, and as I'm doing these trails, I'm dancing through the forest. I am actually interacting with the sounds and the wind, and just like really embracing nature for what it is. As I do this, it fills me up with life, and it takes away all the stress that has been building up from just living a normal life, you know, because life is stressful. It just is what it is, right? And I was like, you know what, this would be a great thing to bring to people, because if I can get people to join me in the yoga, join me in the dance, join me in movement and connectivity, they're gonna find that they're gonna be able to open up those chakras. They're going to find that they're going to find more balance in their emotional state of being. And they're going to find themselves being able to connect to their higher self and their deity even more. Because through the expression of art, we are able to connect to those emotions that we have. And that is why art can be so healing. So now I want to get into the law of attraction and tell you guys a little bit about why I bring that to the table and why it matters to me and who I am and how it all connects. So with the law of attraction, for one, it works. It works, right? And so I know that if people could really grasp how to truly do it, they're gonna find such success in their life that it's like, you know, when you find something that's really, really good, or you watch a movie that's really, really good and you want to tell everybody because you're like, oh my God, this is so good, right? Well, that's how I feel about the law of attraction. And that law of attraction terminology is really just the way people are grasping it in the marketed world right now. What it really comes down to, and as you stay with me through this journey, I'm going to be showing you more and more practical ways to implement this mentality into your life. Because really, it's not about a thing you do, it's about a lifestyle you live. And the lifestyle you live is a holistic lifestyle. And so you create healing. And you create healing, mental, emotional, physical. And that's why, actually, that goes back to my website, Celestial Guidance-Magical Healing. The magical healing is about that. It's about teaching people how to live a holistic lifestyle, how to use nutrition. So we look at the body from the 4 parts, right? So we are not just a physical being, right? So we have an emotional body, a physical body, a mental body, and a spiritual body. And doing the law of attraction type of stuff helps you feed those different bodies, ultimately helping you heal old wounds and old traumas, ultimately helping you live a more peaceful life, ultimately bringing more joy and quality of life into your life. Now, I know that the average person, we're busy. We have things to do. We have kids to take care of. We have work to take care of. We have goals to achieve. And many, many people just feel that I don't have time for all this spiritual stuff. But what if it wasn't all spiritual? And this is why I take a different approach with the law of attraction videos. The approach I take is more of, let's get real. Our life is not perfect and happy and go lucky and peaceful. That is not life. It's just not. We might have moments like that, but that's not what our day-to-day life consists of. But how can we make it to where our life day-to-day is more and more and more blissful, more and more joyful? How? Through the mindset of law of attraction, through living a holistic lifestyle. When your body is happy, nutritionally speaking, when your mind is happy, when your spiritual being is satisfied because you are working from purpose and doing things you're passionate about, you can't help but have a better quality of life. You can't help but be happy and have less and less stress in your life and not let those little things bother you. So this is who I am. This is a lifestyle I live. I do everything holistically, unless it's like a trauma type of reason why I would go to a hospital. I don't. I create my own medicine. I've been learning how to grow my own food. I'm not very good at it, but I'm learning because I understand the importance of it. I make sure to feed my mind by always learning, always trying to grow. I try to feed my my spiritual being by following my purpose, which actually leads me to why I'm even doing this. So I am doing this. This has been a very personal thing for me. I have actually, like I said, I've always had these abilities, but they were personal and they were private and they were a part of my faith. And I didn't necessarily want to share that with the world because I thought other people that did it were fake. I know that sounds really like, what? She's really saying that? But yeah, I did, because the truth of the matter is that I have met so many fake psychics. I have encountered so many people who are just out to get your money, and whether they're real or not is actually irrelevant. They just don't care. That's not their purpose. They're just doing it because it's a way of making money. And I didn't want to be associated with that. So I didn't want to do it. But in 2017, I went through a death experience. And when I came back from this experience, it was very clear to me that this was the path that I was supposed to take, and that Jesus wanted me to go forward with, to help people in their spiritual journey, in their journey in awakening, and helping them become the best version of them. Ultimately, the message is love. We are love, and you need to remember that that's who you are, that you are love. And by you becoming your greatest version, you become more and more in tuned to that. By me teaching you how to live a more holistic lifestyle, you're doing exactly that. And so my part in this, spiritual journey, everybody has their part, the role they play. My role is to help give you the guidance that you need so you can know where you should be focusing on. And then I get that information, you get that information, and then through the holistic lifestyle coaching that I do, which you can actually also see and learn a lot more about that on my website. By doing that, I'm able to help you know what the issue is and then help you take care of the issue. And it becomes a lifestyle. It's about the whole mindset. It's the whole experience altogether, and changing your life for the better to have a better experience and quality of life. So yeah, that's who I am. I am a flower child. I love to dance. I love animals. I have 6 already, and I foster all the time, as often as I can. And actually, you can get to know those little munchkins I have on my daughter's YouTube channel that she's creating, called Star and Her Minions. And you'll get to see all my puppies there, and Kitty. And even the foster children that we adopt now and then. I am, let's see, what else can I tell you about me? I love you guys. I'm very grateful to be here. I'm very honored that you guys even take the time to listen, and the fact that you take the time to trust me, it's huge. That's huge to me, because there are so many fake psychics out there, and how are you supposed to know the real ones from the not? So at the end of the day, I would say it's not about listening to me or somebody else. It's about listening to your higher self. It's about listening to your deity, your angels, your spirit guides. And how you do that is by meditation. It helps you quiet the mind so that you can then intake the information that they're trying to provide you. And that's actually something else I do in my services. I help empower you to I teach you, and then I empower you to do it yourself versus seeking outside sources. I encourage you to go meditate, go connect, go dance in nature, whether it's just a strip of grass with one tree, or as I was telling a friend of mine yesterday, Rakesh, he's a comedian here on YouTube. I'll put his link below. He he also appreciates nature, even if it's just the lake by his school with the fence around it, you still get to take in the beauty that nature has to offer. And it really does make a difference to slow that mind down, to slow down those emotions, to reduce that cortisol, reduce the stress level. All right, guys, so I could speak on forever, but I'm going to stop here, do a little card pull for the energy of this week, and just one little thing that everyone can be focusing on, and then I will send you on your way. So let's see. Let's do this one more time. Okay, so we got Aqua Aura, healthy communication and relationships, heart-to-heart discussions and clear, assertive communications help you understand and be understood. How about that? Isn't this fit that today I decide to have an open communication with you guys and tell you guys more about me so that you can learn more about who I am and perhaps feel more comfortable when you are coming to me to get these readings and understand why I'm doing this, and then we get a card like this? That's pretty cool. So communicate. That is the theme for today. Make sure that you are willing and openly communicating how you truly feel about things in a positive manner that's going to help you resolve things, improve things, and make better choices. All right, guys, I thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you for being here. And until next time, I'll be here providing you guys celestial guidance.